Hi guys, how you going? It's Campbell here from Autodidactic Channel. Hope you're having an amazing day. Thank you for joining me. Alright, now today I wanted to talk about star cities. So we've got star forts and star citadels, but they're all part of a bigger structure, a star city, and this is what you'll start to discover when you start to look into this. So these are basically all inspired by you guys, by people who have commented, by my subscribers. So thank you all, guys. Thanks, so much for the input, for all the likes, all the comments, all the shares and everything. I really do appreciate it. And of course for all the tips, heaps of you are giving me, locations of star forts and different bits and pieces to look at, and I really do appreciate it. I'm trying to get to it all. Yeah, but there is a bit, so we will get there. So this we're in Hungary. This was actually pointed out to me by a few people. Mr. Pierce pointed this out first of all. And this was in my video, Star Fort World 84 Star Forts in 90 minutes. And this is what I showed basically. And I said that I thought it was a satellite because I couldn't see anything around it. Now the shot that I gave would have been about sorry, I know you can see it all, but it was a bit smaller than that. But basically, people were pointing this out to me. Didn't even notice it. But as you can see, just across here we have a star fort, star citadel. Nice four-sided with the spear-shaped ramparts. This bit looks a bit strange. I would say that there was probably one of those triangular separated ramparts in there. Okay, so what I wanted to show you as well is when you're looking at things, there's always more around. Okay, so we've got that now, and then I went across the river and just straight away there's another one. This looks like a part of what I'm calling a crown, like a sun. They're like a starburst. They sort of burst out of the star and they look like crowns. They've just got this kind of crown shape to them. This one's got the 3 points on it. Okay, so I went out a bit further. And you can just see that the housing, you can see all these different angles in the landscape, things like this. This one actually looks exactly like a mason's symbol. See that? This is in Hungary, so I'm not sure if that's some kind of, Freemason lodge or something. But we have that. We have obviously we have the circles everywhere that we see everywhere. They're always in star cities. And I came out a bit further. I'm just going to spin back around. And up here, you can see that there's what looks like the outside of the central ring here. So I'll just pull back. This looks a lot like Palmova, which is in Italy. It's like a lazy sort of star, and they're indented, but it's not pointed, it's kind of more curved. You can kind of see this. Now this bit's gone, but you can imagine it would have sort of curved in like that, out, in here, and then down, and then we kind of lose it at the bottom, and then it goes into this star crown. So I kept looking, and I found this. So just so you can see, guys, we started off here. I found this, we've moved out, and so I'm just moving outwards. And you can see that it's getting bigger. So this is what I found here, a big rampart, and it's part of a wall. Oh, and there's another one. Okay, so we have another wall here, another rampart, curves around here, another rampart. This you see a lot too, this step down. You see that a lot in walls. Another rampart, this one's been cut in half almost. And then, I'm not sure what happens, but that may be something to do with it. I don't know. It looks like it would, with the wall, I'd say it would have come across this way somewhere. But if we go here, we get this, which looks, that's very ramparty shaped, isn't it? So, that may have been part of another wall. I'm not sure. But you can just sort of see, and you can see, as you look at the city, see this. this looks all just mishmash. You know, there's angled streets, you know, funny shapes and that in the landscape. But then if we get over here, this is how most cities normally look, just straight lines. So that's another good way to recognize star cities, like the inner part of the star city. Okay, and just there is another bit here I found, which is a part of a wall, another rampart. See, that's a corner of a wall, so you know this bit may well have come across here. This here is probably part of it. You can see we've got sort of wall coming around here. So you can, oh look at that. Okay, there we go. Finding new things all the time, guys. So look at that big rampart there. Can you see that? So I'll have to get this sketched out. But if we pull back a bit, you'll see we have the rampart here. Then it comes across. That may be one there. Just looking at that line. And then it looks like it scoots across up here somewhere or to there, and that's the rampart. Up around here, looks like that could be a rampart or a spearhead. It cuts in and across to here. Can you see that? So you can, there's the wall there, across to this. So you can trace these guys, they're huge. And there is one more part over here. Again, more walls and stuff around it. This key, like padlock sort of design ramparts, which you haven't seen before. Don't know if they're retrofitted, but there's something different. And if you look out to the landscape, guys, like I said, you'll be able to find a lot more. I did see shapes just in the fields out here, just things like that. And make sure it goes in. So there's stuff out there, guys. Nice triangle. All right, so yeah, thanks. Like I said, there was quite a few of you who pointed that out to me. So thank you for everyone who did. And thanks, Mr. Pierce, who sort of got onto me pretty quick. And yeah, so when you're looking at stuff, guys, these cities, look at that. They're huge. Always look around for what's on the outside. I'll draw that in just quickly too, guys. This is Google Earth, which is great, but you can't draw lines on this. So what I've done is I've downloaded Google Earth Pro. It is free, and there's got a tool where you can actually go around and you can trace things. You can draw lines, so you can actually trace all the walls and get the outside, the inner and outer walls of the city. So Google Earth Pro. I've just got to still transfer some of mine over. All right, so that one was Cameron in Hungary, not Germany, Hungary. Okay, so now here we are, New York State in the USA. This one was given to me by JDG29. Not sure if that's JDog29. But basically what he said is there is, we have the Statue of Liberty, which is down here somewhere. And he said, that's obviously a star fort, but he said there's an island near it that's called Governor's Island, and it has an actual star fort on it. Okay, so this is the bay. Oh God, that's a horrible shot. Let's just see if we can get a better one. That's horrible, sorry. Okay, oh God. Oh my gosh, what are you doing to me, Google Earth? Okay, let's just go down. Okay, so this is the Statue of Liberty, and that is quite obviously a star. Okay, so that's probably the remnants of a star citadel. There's not a lot else going on in this island, apart from this nice big circle. You can see, that it's just their houses, but see how they're built on that funny star angle. So that's Statue of Liberty. Now, I did find over here, there's some islands. Now, they look to be man-made. See how they're perfect squares? So if you know what this is, guys, let me know. It looks like it's Ellis Island. Are they just made for industry or something? But I just saw this nice big triangle popping out there. Okay, so let's have a look at Governor Island here, Governor's Island. And as you can see, we have a nice square Starport Citadel. each corner has these spearhead ramparts, and then we've got this. It looks like it is attached, and it's actually an arrow, so it's slightly different. We normally find these disconnected, and they normally have like an indented bottom line there. So that's an original feature. I haven't seen that one before. Obviously on this island, you know, it's been built up. You can see it's a mound, but there would definitely be remnants, you know, just the shape. See how that circular hexagonal kind of shape that you see a lot of star cities are built around? But I thought to myself, well, we've got one here, there's got to be more going on. So let's have a look. This is New York. I don't know what part of New York, I have never been there. But we just have things like this in the landscape. Very rampart shaped. Other circles, you know, just angles. So this has obviously been completely built over. But see, we just have these angles in the streets, funny angles and points. Now, it's a lot harder to build pointy buildings and get them in streets than it is to, you know, build the squared off buildings like I show you. They like their grid system. So, but you can see there's a definite angle there, another one there. And I'll show you just so you can see. We can see across here, this is how they like to do it. Grids. Nice and easy, and you can see it goes into grids here. So this, see, because you can just sort of see in the shape, it looks like it radiates out this way. Very star shape, very reminiscent of a star city. Here we have a civic centre. We've got this nice octagon with a circle in the middle. Is that octo? Sorry, pentagon, hexagon, hexagon, guys, hexagon, six-sided. Using my mind. Just all these funny shapes. You just see them everywhere. There's a nice starburst. So yeah, I mean, what's going on with New York City? Was it actually built over a star fort? Because, you know, there's lots of, you know, signs here. Triangles. We've got the star forts. So what are they doing? Are they doing this on purpose? Are they going around destroying, you know, building cities on star forts to destroy the past, or has it got more to do with energy? Are these energy points? You know, is that why they would build, you know, the major city of the Americas, the you know, the new sort of found land? You know, if they is that why it's such a big sort of economic center, because of where it's built, because of the energy? Now, there's more going on here, and someone knows a lot more about this than we do. So that, you know, it would be hard to find a lot just because of what's going on here and the amount of building they've done. But there are still, you know, there are still remnants. This would be the best place to look to find anything, bits of walls or anything. But there's definitely still remnants of in New York City of a star city, not just a star fort, but star city, guys. Obviously, most of it could be underwater as well, and probably is. Alright, so that was New York City. Okay, and now, last one for this video, guys. We've gone across to Turkey. This one was pointed out to me by Tolga Erok. Thank you, Tolga. And as you can see, we've got a nice star citadel here. This is five-sided, and you can see all the walls are indented. You see that a lot. You can see they've all got their nice little triangle on them. This looks like they've a retrofit for a gate, and it does look like it's on a mound. You can see the different layers here. So there's probably more going on underneath. So there we go. These as well. These circles probably retrofitted. If you come across here, guys, what we find is some cool stuff in the ground. That's my kitty cat. Hello, Chippy. And see this wall here? We've got a wall and we've got these bastions. Now, a lot of these are circular. It's not the best shot, really, is it? But you'll see most of them actual rectangle. They're squared off. Okay, so we have this wall. There's the coastline. They've built the freeway over, so there's nothing there apart from another one of those circles. And there. And the wall comes up here. And here we have the star fort. Now, this wall continues. As you can see, it does go through past the star fort. And this looks like it's the remnants of the moat. And see all these ramparts, you can see them everywhere, all equidistant, all up this wall. Okay, so we'll follow this wall. Here they are, still more. There's a gateway, still going, and you can see now it looks like we've got a double wall. So there might be something on the inside here. Okay, so we're inside wall, outside wall, inside, outside wall. Lose it here, but if you keep following, keep looking, pick it up again here, the wall. Both the walls, go along here. See how this sort of looks like a starburst or something? See that? Like one of the crowns or something, but going inwards. So I found that interesting. But look, the wall's still going here. So this isn't the best sort of contrast, but as you can see, we've got two ramparts. These do look to be rounded off. So they may be retrofitted, but here's the outside wall. And look, see how that looks like there's layers down. So I'm not sure. Could be moat, could not be. I'm not sure. The moat, yeah, who knows. The wall goes along here, another entranceway. So now you can see we've got the outside wall with the ramparts, and then the inside wall with the ramparts. And this is a huge wall, guys. It just keeps going. Nice geometry here. Okay, all these ramparts, all equidistant going along. And you know, here's another one of these circles, one of these sort of semi-quarter circle things. Go across the freeway, they've smashed the wall down, but then we can pick it up here. You can see there's some nice ramparts along there. Okay, so we've got the inner wall and the outer wall. Still going, guys, still going. So I just want to show you, you know, you can see this is, I'm on Google Earth Pro now, so you can put lines on Google Earth Pro. So download it and you can just map out all these cities. Okay, now we're going along, you can kind of see remnants of it here. It's a bit harder to see, but then here again it picks up. We've got our rampart starting again on here. Big wall, guys. This is a big star city. This is the size of them. They're huge. And you can see the outer wall here with the ramparts. Here it is, still going. Now, I'm not sure. I'll have to check it out, but it looks like this. You know, that's more of like a sort of pentagon shape. It could be part. It could be retrofitted. I'm not sure. This does look completely different though to this kind of stuff. As you can see, knocked down for the freeway, but it does go across, continues down here. Okay, for all the ramparts. Goes across here. Okay, sorry, that was my cat Chippy. Just flash bombing my video. She's made an appearance in a few of them actually. Likes to be heard. Okay, so this wall, here we go. You can see there's a nice triangle there. It goes across, and you can see it comes up here. You see these are all sort of a slightly different shape, these ramparts, but they're also not so, I don't know, they don't look like they're equally, maybe they are. There we've got a nice square one, and they go back to the square one along here. And the wall comes here, you can see there's a nice corner there. And then that's it. This has all been cleared, and there we have the water. Okay, so how big was that wall, guys? And we saw how big the last one was. Oh, not New York, but the one before that. But look at this. Okay. Look at that wall. So you can imagine it's probably, you know, half in the water and like across here. Now this is Istanbul. This to me looks like a star city. As you can see, I've just sort of shown some of the angles here. This down here is actually a wall, see, with the ramparts. And if you look at this, it's on a mound. Nice starburst there. You know, just lots of angles. You can see, you know, you can just kind of see stuff in the landscape, triangles and things. So I'd say that's a big star citadel that's been covered up. It's been completely built over, so it's a little bit hard to see. But you know, the signs are there. Okay, I'll just move this like this. Now I've tried to draw this triangle and I've obviously got it wrong, but there is a nice triangle there. And then there's this looks like, I've just drawn on the inside of it, but it looks like one of these sort of rocket ship type shapes. And at the bottom you can see it almost looks like, you can see that, you know, sometimes they have that, almost looks like the fire coming out of them. So I don't know, another triangle there. You can just see this stuff, so angles there. So there'd be stuff all through here. And the place to look, like I said, is where there's no straight lines. You don't sort of look where there's not many straight lines at all through here. But so yeah, there's no doubt there's stuff going across here. And something else I noticed was this bit here of the wall. I sort of pulled back a bit. Might be that angle's a bit funny, but it looks like it's half a star. This bit here. If you go down, it looks like that could be another, you know, another citadel. Just, you know, it could be a hexagon or pentagon. Not sure, but you know, you do see these angles. See here, angles. You know, like they just look like you can almost make out a star here. Kind of goes like that in there. So yeah, stuff everywhere, and then this probably does go across here, so no doubt there's another wall that you'd be able to trace. Who knows how big it is. That looks like old sort of town, old Star City kind of layout. But again, they've built a lot there. But I just wanted to point that out, guys, how big these are. So look at that, and that's not even all of it. There'd be a lot more underwater. And no doubt it goes across to this side, and straight away you can just see the angles there. This is almost like a starburst the other way, coming out this way. You know, triangles everywhere, angles. Probably something under this mound. Who knows? But yeah, that's huge. That's a very big one. So the size of these star cities, guys, they're massive. They're massive. So yeah, more research is needed. So again, guys, thanks for all your input. You know, all the likes, all the comments, and all the tips. You know, you've all been giving me heaps of star forts and different locations and things to look at around the world. I am trying to get to it all. There is a lot. I have got some videos that are sort of half made on Australia and mud flood and all that kind of stuff. So I will be getting to those. I've just been a bit obsessed lately with star forts and star cities, and there is a lot more on this coming out too. I'm halfway through a video that yeah, I'm thinking will blow your mind. It's all about, you know, what are these things? What are the star forts and the star cities? So thanks for watching, guys. Stay self-educated, because self-education is the way forward. You know, we're obviously being lied to, and it's quite obvious at this point that his story is not our story. So let's keep working to find out what our story is. And guys, like I said, this is a group effort. You know, it's like, so thank you so much for your input. Like, together we can get this mapped and sorted out. I'm looking at getting a website together where part of it's going to be mapping star forts, and I want it to be interactive, so all you guys can, you know, find star forts and add them to the lists, and we'll just map the world. And this is something that they can't really deny. You know, if they're everywhere on every continent, you know, it's not on Antarctica, but you know, if they're everywhere and they're all the same design and everything, then that's proof positive of, you know, a worldwide advanced civilization that has been hidden from us. All right, I'm going to stop babbling. Thank you for your time. Thanks for watching. Have an amazing day, and I shall catch you on the next upload. Bye for now.